Well, guys, we're back to draft, and of course, we're on Underdog. It's Sunday night. It's how we roll, and we're gonna actually roll with something new because every single week, Underdog is giving you something new. So we're gonna try the marathon. You see it right there in the lobby. Now, I should tell you that if you don't know how to get here, we're gonna explain it all. If you aren't on Underdog yet, it's the perfect time to do this because you got all summer and there's new contests coming out every single week. In fact, it feels like every other day they come up with something new. And it's like I want to jump in it before it fills up, and so I have been. I did. Was it the Greyhound the other day? Yeah, there it is. The Greyhound got one of those in. It's almost full. You can still get into that if you want. You can also roll with the big dogs if you are a big roller, right there. The Mastiff if you are a massively big roller. And you can also jump into some of the little smaller contests, right? They got things like the Pomeranian and the Chihuahua and all these little contests that fill up very quick. There's also weekly winners. We did one of those the other day, the Eliminator, which is very different. But let's talk marathon today. So, how do you get in? First of all, you need an Underdog account. So, download the app, get Underdog, or go to underdogfantasy.com and you sign up and you make an account and you use promo code NGAME because that gets you your deposit bonus cash up to $250. So, like I said, this is the best time to join Underdog if you haven't already. And then you get those special picks. We always give you ideas for some picks, and it's not just football because there's nothing going on in the NFL these days, but there's baseball, which we just talked about in our other live stream. If you haven't caught our Fantasy Endgame MLB channel, WNBA, NBA, NHL, everything, esports, tennis, whatever, golf. All right, so you get the idea. Now, if you want to get in on this particular draft, go to the lobby and it's right there. Am I right, Chris? This is like the first thing. This is when you clicked on the lobby, this is what you saw. The marathon is front and center.
Marathon is front and center.
All right. But what is the marathon? Because we're about to do one and Miguel's ready. You know he's going to join us.
Yeah, so the marathon is kind of feels like your traditional best ball leagues where every week, like same as normal best ball, where every week it sets your best lineup and you get points, but those points accumulate those points all season, and then at the end of week 17, whoever has the most points gets first place. Now it's not winner take all. They give payouts, I don't even know how, like thousands of spots. So it's not like you have to be the highest scorer to win, but you have to be the highest scorer to win. But you can still do quite well if your team is one of the highest scorers. So if you're not a fan of the tournament style where you got to advance and then you got to advance and then you got to advance, this one is just weeks 1 through 17. Every week you get your best score, and whoever has the most points at the end of the season is the champion, and of course, down way. So I think a little more kind of what people are more, well, maybe not more used to in their fantasy leagues, but more what they're used to in best ball, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny because I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute. So what is it? And I couldn't wrap my head around it at first. And I was like, oh, it's just like what we started doing. It's just regular old school best ball. Because Underdog's known for the tournaments, right? Best Ball Mania, of course, is the big one. And we've done several of those. We'll get back into those too. But that's what Underdog is specialized in, those tournaments. But this is just get your best team for the regular season. And that's it. So we're going to do that. We're going to jump in and get our best teams. We're going to jump in here. Miguel and everyone else is ready. Ronnie, maybe you are in there. Just again, go to the lobby. You should see it right there. But if not, for some reason, you can just click NFL, just filter out there. Make sure you have it selected. It defaults to the live. Now, this is a great thing too. I love the slow drafts. I'm still in too many. But make sure you click on the 30 seconds per pick. We're doing the live one. $15 entry, potential for a very big payout. As you can see, if you scroll down there, and we'll go over the rules in a second. All right, Chris, ready? We're jumping here.
I'm ready.
And everybody else. 3, 2, 1, enter.
All right, I'm in.
And yeah, we got room for 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and it's filled. All right. Hopefully that was you guys.
I'm sure it was. Actually, I think we're waiting for one more, it says. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, I got my first 101. My first 101 of the year. Nope. Oh, never mind. Nope. Never mind. I got excited. I'm the 104.
You're the 104.
Python with the 101.
Python's
got the 101.
All right. Miguel is at the 6. Looks like we got. Is that our guy Yoga? Is that Lizard King?
Yep, Lizard King to 7. Ronnie got in at the 8. There he is at the 8. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm at the 10. All right. So again, representing almost half of this league is Endgame. Actually, it is half. We got
Boone,
6 of us in here, right?
Boone says he's in there. Where are you at, Boone? What spot are you? You see Boone?
Oh yeah, look at the very end. He's in the 12. Got the 12 pick. But
nice.
All right, more than half the league is Endgame. Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. So what we got here is we get ready to draft in about 5 seconds. Python on the clock. This is traditional, Underdog does half PPR. This is also going to be 18 rounds. It's a 12-team league, as you know, 30-second clock. It's going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 receiver, 1 flex, 1 tight end, and 10 bench. So I do like at the very least that with Underdog, you know what you're getting, like consistency, right? You know what to expect.
Python, CeeDee Lamb with the 101.
Ooh, getting spicy. All right. CMC falling to the 2.
All right. Actually, no.
And Trevor's in there also. I think this entire league is Endgame. He's at the 9.
I'm going to go Jefferson here. I don't know if I've gotten Jefferson in any drafts yet. Let's go Jefferson. Now, the problem with taking Jefferson is who do I even stack him with? Who do you even stack? Nick Mullins? Sam Darnold? JJ McCarthy? Like, who are you? Do you even stack Jefferson?
You don't. And honestly, I'm not drafting into that quarterback situation, even in best ball, because it's probably going to be a half-half kind of situation of the season, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll go the obvious here. I'll go Puka.
Yep, I like it.
Typically, if I'm at the 9 or the 10, if one of those running backs, Brees or Bijan, fall, I'm taking them. That's what. That's what Trevor did. But I'll just go receiver there.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. So we'll let you make the pick here. You got your pick coming up. Gabriel, long way out, but thinking about his keepers, gets 3 keepers. Jefferson, Puka, and Mahomes. That's pretty nice keepers. So for the draft, he's thinking of going top tight end and then running back or vice versa. I don't think I would. When you already have Jefferson, Puka, and Mahomes, I'm just taking the best available players. I'm not worrying about like I don't think you need to get Sam Laporta. Like, just if Sam Laporta is the best player, I'll take Sam Laporta, but I'm not going to force like best tight end in round 1 or round 2 just because you have JJ, Puka, and Mahomes. I'm still going best available.
Yeah, I don't. Saying I want to get the top tight end typically isn't going to be like a big advantage to you to winning your league. So I understand looking at running back, but at the same time, if there's a receiver value that's better, because you're saying it's a 3-keeper league, this depends. Like I'm going to guess all the best running backs are all kept. So I don't know who your top running back available is going to even be.
Man, I really don't want to take Adams or Nico here or Achan. You know what? Wow, Kyron's ADP has fallen that far, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess the injury might have something to do with it.
I'm going to go Debo, and I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love that pick.
Yeah, we are seeing some things shift here and there. Talk about top tight end. Look at Laporta. Now he's top 30. He used to be 31, 32. Now he's 29.
Yeah. That's getting too rich for me, I think. Getting too rich.
Well, you might get lucky. Let's see. Oh, Kyron's going to fall to you. Yes, he did.
Wow. Oh, wow.
At 28.
Kyron in the 3rd.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a nice break. You passed on him. You still got him anyways. You got Kyron, JJ, and Debo.
I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, Wolfman. Another keeper league. What side do you want? Christian McCaffrey or Waddle, JT, and an extra 2025 first? I mean, it's got to be the Waddle, JT in the first side, right?
Yeah,
Like that's a haul for Christian McCaffrey.
yeah. Look, I understand. Yeah, because you're getting an RB1. You're not really dropping off at the running back position. Yeah, that's a haul. Yes, absolutely. You do that. That's pretty easy. Okay, I'm not taking Stephon Diggs here. I can tell you that. I don't love DK, even though his ADP is decent. I don't want to take a second running back. Do I want any of these players? And I almost never do this, but I'm gonna take Josh Allen.
Ooh.
For the first time, I want to say I'll check my exposure after this draft, but I want to say that's my first ever share of Josh Allen and Underdog out of all the drafts I've done.
Do you have? No. All right. What was your thought process behind Josh Allen there? Just don't like the other players on the board?
My thought process is I didn't want to take any of the receivers on the board, and the only receivers I thought about taking were way too early. And I didn't want to go double RB for an RB I also was too early and didn't love. So what my hope is, and I shouldn't say this because no, he's not even going to fall to me. There's no way. Yeah, I'm not going to get Dalton Kincaid to pair with him. There's no way.
Not unless you take him right now, probably.
Yeah, that's 49 ADP. Is it worth reaching on a tight end 10 picks early?
No. Just the stack with Josh Allen? No.
So I'll stack a different bill later. Fine. I don't like it, but I'll do it. I really don't like my draft. I'm not going to take Cup because I already have Puka, and I'm really worried about T. Higgins now. Probably too much.
Could have gone Puka, Cup, Stafford.
Yeah, that's a little too much. I'll get Stafford later if I can, but yeah. What's up, Door?
What's up?
All right, I got some hot takes here. Let's see. V476 said Brandon Ayuk at 16 doesn't do it for you. Yeah, I get it. I didn't take Ayuk. I took JT. Let's see. How about this? Odunze over Neighbors. Better situation. I agree 100%.
I don't love Kelsey this year, but I'm going to take the discount here and go with Kelsey.
Yeah, that's pretty good value. Now, actually, one thing I've seen, I feel like Trey McBride's value is slowly sliding. I think he's starting to go down a little bit.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they drafted Marvin Harrison, and people are like, "Wait, what? They draft what?" I didn't think they were really going to draft Marvin Harrison. Like, why is his ADP going down?
Not big time, but I swear, and I was in a draft the other day, and maybe it was the Greyhound. And right now his ADP still is like a 45. He didn't get drafted till 55. So I don't know why, but of course, where was I picking? 56. So I didn't get that discount. All right, Python's going with AR.
Stacking with Pittman. Very nice. Very
nice. I mean,
very nice.
I think the number one pick helps, but that's a pretty nice squad so far.
All right, I'm going to. Oh man, well, no, the ADP is not too different. I'm actually going to go. I usually don't go QB this early either, but since I just took Kelsey, let's go with Mahomes. Let's stack Kelsey and Mahomes here.
There you go. You can't go wrong just having Mahomes.
No. I thought about Jacobs. Jacobs was my other consideration there over Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm really worried about Jacobs. Man, the more I think about it, that's why you see me taking a lot of Marshawn Lloyd. I know you see me do it in a couple of our rookie drafts. I'm doing it a lot in Underdog too. I might do it again this draft. We'll see. Because I feel like he's going to be a screaming value. Look at here. It paid off. I got the dip here. Dalton Kincaid. Can't believe it.
Nice.
10 spots.
Look at us with the QB tight end stacking over here. That's what the noobs. That's how the noobs do it. Tight end QB stacks.
It's next level. It's gonna be this year's advantage. Thank God. Now I don't have to draft Keon Coleman. Yeah, people have asked over and over, like, who do you think Buffalo's leading receiver is going to be? I still think it's going to be Kincaid. Actually, look, Python, he said that was his plan. You took Kelsey, he adjusted. So, yeah, I think that worked out better for you. You got the stack.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Anthony Richardson and Pittman, to be honest. Not that I'm higher on Anthony Richardson than Mahomes, but I just think I like that stack better than Mahomes Kelsey. I'm definitely nervous for Kelsey this year. I think Kelsey will still be good, but I don't think we're going to see elite Travis Kelsey anymore. But again, he was going, where did I get him at there? Like 40, whatever it is. I guess probably right around ADP. I don't know. You seem like the best value on the board.
Yeah. No, the way I look at it here in best balls, you get one of those top tight ends. You just need a solid backup, and it saves you from having to draft a third tight end, and that's another shot you can take at running back. You know what I mean, or receiver. The same thing at quarterback. If I'm taking a quarterback super early, I'm only taking a second quarterback, and so that's another roster spot that goes to a potential breakout. Leonard asking, is this best ball? Yes, it is. Yes. So just in case anybody's jumping on here, not sure, this is the Underdog. We're doing not Best Ball Mania like we've been doing. This is a new one. It's called the Marathon. So it's kind of just like old school best ball, cumulative scoring, getting your best scores every week, draft, and then just sit back and watch the points pile up.
Okay, very, very important question here, because I feel like a lot of people get this wrong. So SC3_805 is in a 12-man, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 2 flex league. We usually play in at least one league like this a year. We've played in many leagues like this over the years. In a league like this, do you focus more on wide receivers or running backs?
No, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming it's at least half or full PPR, right? We have to assume.
Yeah.
Okay. So assuming it's at least some sort of PPR, you should be focusing more on receiver because you want those flexes, at least one, if not both, preferably both, to be receivers. And so it's okay to take one early, first round. You got, Bijan or Brees up there for you, fine. Take one, and then just hammer running receiver and wait on running back because, the running backs you can count on that you want in your lineup week in, week out, there's not that many. So I do want to grab one running back kind of early-ish. Doesn't have to be first round or doesn't have to even be second round. Or you could go 0 RB, but you have to know how to do it the right way. So I don't just go out and say, hey, just go 0 RB, because some people don't really understand what that means,
Yeah, totally agree. If you can get an elite running back early, do it. But you definitely want, because if you look at scoring in fantasy football, when you get outside the top, I mean, I don't even know, 15 running backs, maybe even less, there's really not a big difference between like RB15 and RB25 or RB30 on a week to week basis. Even over the season, there's not, like, I don't think, a big difference. Oh man, do I go? I don't like these running backs. I don't like these wide receivers too much. All right, I'm just gonna take the guy at the top of the board. So, it's very hard to find. It's hard enough to have two good startable running backs in fantasy, especially as the season goes on, right? As the season, like, sure, early in the season, sure, injuries and everything, and all of a sudden by the end of the year, it's like it's not easy just to have two good running backs, let alone if you're going to try to flex a running back or two. Now you need 3-4 good running backs. Like, that's very difficult. It's much easier to get, 3 good wide receivers and 2 good flex wide receivers, and it just gives you such an advantage over your league. So in any kind of PPR league where you have 3 wide receivers, because remember, you have to start 3 wide receivers plus 2 flexes. Like, so you're potentially starting 4 or 5 wide receivers every week. You really need to focus on wide receivers. So sure, if I can get a running back very early that I really like, yeah, I'll do it. But if I don't, I'm totally fine going 0 RB. Totally fine with it in that format.
Agree. Definitely agree. Of course, Ronnie took who I wanted. Jason. Okay, take a chance here. Stack one more running back before I hit receiver, because I just don't love the receivers here.
All right, this is also always a fun question. Who's going to vault up the rankings? So this is Justin Herbert, by the way, touchdown. I don't know how many Justin Herbert touchdowns we're going to see this year, but we'll see. This is always fun because I think one thing I like to kind of like, I guess, challenge myself with. I don't know the right word. I don't know if challenge is the right word, but it's always fun when, like, you're talking about players all off season, and then finally in like June or July or August, the community catches up and their ADP jumps way up, and you're like, well, they're not a value anymore. Sorry, guys, but we were telling you all off season to take them at a value. So who are some guys right now? I know the one that jumps out to me is Isaiah Pacheco. I don't understand how Isaiah Pacheco like isn't going in the second round of drafts, to be honest. Like, why isn't he going? He's a workhorse running back in what will probably be one of the best offenses in the NFL. He catches enough passes. He's explosive. He's got touchdown upside. Like, we've seen him do it in this situation as the lead guy. Like, what am I missing here? What am I missing with Isaiah Pacheco?
Well, people still don't think of the Chiefs as a running team, because we think about the receivers and Pat Mahomes and Kelsey and all that. But I think people also don't realize Pacheco now is the guy, right? There's not really a committee approach so much anymore. So that's part of it, just not thinking of him. And look, he was not even close to a big time prospect coming into the league, right? He was a late pick, didn't get much hype. So I think people are just not expecting him to continue to do what he did last year or better things. So I think it's part of it. I will say the guy I just took, obviously, Rashee Rice. He only gets like a 2-game suspension or no suspension or something happens, oh yeah, he'll shoot back up. But that's a big if, and that's the risk here. In best ball, got no problem taking him at this rate because, 1, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games even. Look, there's plenty of guys who get injured, miss a couple of games. It's the same situation. So
exactly. I know another guy that jumps out just off the top of my head is Deontay Johnson. I think when training camp comes along and we're getting the reports that, Deontay Johnson looks like the best wide receiver, and, maybe Xavier Leggett's struggling a little bit or whatever, then we start to see Deontay Johnson's ADP jump way up too.
Yeah, definitely agree. I think he's being slept on. And this Justin Herbert would appreciate whoever is announced as the starting running back for the Chargers will definitely jump up in the rankings, because right now people are not too sure, right? Gus Edwards, for some reason people are still holding a candle for J.K. Dobbins, and nobody knows who Kamani Vidal is. Whoever is emerging or is announced as the starting running back, yeah, it's going to see a huge spike, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I can't say I'm loving my wide receivers right now. I'm just taking the guys that are there, and it's ugh.
Let's see who you just got. Cortland Sutton. Yeah, I was eyeing Sutton. I was like, it's too early. You got him at least 6 after ADP? 4.
Man. Yeah, I would have got. I did not think Brock Purdy would go that early with the QBs on the board. I would have taken him. There if I thought he wouldn't make it back to me. I almost took Dak Prescott there just for the value, honestly.
Yeah. Quarterbacks it's weird. Every draft, quarterbacks go all out of order. Sometimes people just keep reaching on quarterbacks. Sometimes the guy falls. I don't know why. All right, let's just go full Buffalo. I guarantee this is the only draft where I have a Bills stack. Yeah, and then I have a tendency to wait too long. Actually, I'll tell you who's jumped up a lot, I think, in best ball is Jaden Daniels. I've seen him now go before Caleb Williams in a lot of drafts, and their ADP is now almost identical. I tend to wait too long. No, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to get a quarterback here. There are some good values there. I don't need it, though. Go another upside receiver.
Good pick.
Best ball special.
Shaheed, he's another guy. I don't think he's going to shoot up rankings, but I could see Shaheed actually getting some buzz, because the Saints did nothing at wide receiver.
Yeah, when people realize they have nobody to throw to other than Olave and I guess Taysom Hill.
All right, V476 wants to know thoughts on Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. Now, I talked about this on a recent video. 3 running backs you need, 3 you don't. I'll let you try to guess if they were the needs or the don'ts, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I wasn't really in on this whole timeshare thing last year anyways. And then Arthur Smith's presence there pretty much makes it easy to avoid. I mean, do you really want that headache? No.
Man, I can't go Spears here. I just took Pollard. Man, I have so many rookie wide receivers. Oh, this team is very risky right now. This team is very risky.
Hey, it's best ball.
Yeah, but
you got 3 rookie receivers.
Yeah, very risky here.
Well, like somebody asked earlier, I swear I saw it. Yeah, it was V also. Okay, thoughts on Adonai Mitchell? So you took him. So obviously you think he's got a ton of potential. What do you think?
He's got potential. I don't know if I'd say a ton of potential, but he's got potential. I like him as a prospect. I think he's a good player. Obviously, Pittman's going to be the number one, but I could see him working his way in. You know, Josh Downs probably going to mostly play out of the slot, so I think Adonai Mitchell will be out there like every 2 wide receiver set. So I think he's got potential. Don't know if I'd say a ton of potential, but he's got potential.
Yeah, just gotta wonder. Obviously, Downs manning the slot, Pittman being the alpha, how many targets he's getting. I think he's a better and best ball type player. He'll make some big plays. He'll probably have some very quiet games at times. They got JT and AR. They're going to run the ball a lot. So I don't know how valuable he'll be other than as an occasional streamer, maybe in redraft. But I do think he's worth a pick in best ball.
Oh my gosh. All right, I guess I'm getting my first Austin Eckler share here. It's terrible.
See, it's the first time for everything. I took Josh Allen. You got Austin Eckler.
I was going to go Chase Brown, got sniped.
Mm.
All right, Bones wants to know on a running, what do you think about a running back start when your start is Breece Hall and JT?
First time Breece Hall and JT. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I mean,
Yeah.
Then the good thing, like you said, you don't have to worry about running back for a long time because you're counting on those guys to carry the load, and you just get upside receivers. So yeah, look, we don't typically love going running back, but if you get those two guys, yeah, those would be.
Yeah, and I think this best ball format going to RB is totally fine, especially when you're getting 2 stud running backs like that. Totally fine.
Right.
Better than fine, probably.
Mm-hmm. It's a good chance. Wow. Okay. I was all set to reach on Stafford to pair with Puka, even though it was like 15 picks ahead of ADP. Somebody took Stafford for I don't know what reason. 15 picks
That's
ahead.
Boone. That's Boone.
Thank you for denying me. That's okay. Now I don't have to take Stafford.
So who does he have? He's
anyway.
got yeah, I don't know why he took Stafford. He doesn't have Cup or I don't know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, Boone. Just must like Stafford.
Okay, so oh man. So this messes me up now. I can't take Kirk or Rodgers because they have the same bye week as Josh Allen. Do I just take Herbert? Or do I just wait? I'm just going to wait on quarterback. Yeah, might as well wait. Oh, actually, you know what? I know what I can do. But I'm not going to say it since our entire league that's drafting here is on the stream.
Right?
Basically. Yeah. That's the world we're living in. This is 2024 Zeke in Dallas. We're back.
You know Zeke's going to have some weeks where he falls in the end zone once or twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He will. I mean, look, there's there's a reason to draft him. I don't want to start him every week, but in this format, why not? Of course.
Gonna end the year with like 700 yards, 7 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But so Rico Dowdle, and he's going after him.
All right, maybe my first Justin Herbert share.
The biggest value out there, according to Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I don't love Herbert this year, but I did draft Ladd McConkey. I do like Ladd McConkey, so we'll see. Maybe that stack will pay off for me.
Yeah, see, that works out perfectly. Helps out your number 3 receiver there.
Yeah, but my
synergy with Austin Eckler, the former Charger.
There you go. Oh, this might be one of my least favorite teams I've drafted so far. This is why I don't like going early tight end, early QB.
Yeah, well, same with me. Like I said, I didn't really like any of the receivers available to me, but then I took Josh Allen. And I'm looking at my receivers. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna have to get by, with depth there. Hit on a late breakout. Python I say reaching, I'm pretty sure. Getting Will Levis, a full 34 picks above ADP. What do you think? Is it too early for that kind of a pick?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think you could probably wait for if you really wanted Will Levis to stack with Chig. I don't know if you stack like for Chig. I don't like. I think
and Chig.
I think I would just go Cousins there, and if I'm going QB and not worry so much about the stack personally.
Well, here's the thing: you could have probably waited till your next turn and got that same stack. But hey,
okay,
Python,
he's got Ridley, so he wanted the Will Levis Ridley stack. But yeah, I think you probably could have waited till the next round. But hey, you're at the turn. It's a lot of picks before your next pick. Maybe not.
Yeah, Cousins is feeling like a good value now, but like I said, now I'm a little aggravated because he's got the same buy as Josh Allen. I'm trying to avoid that. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna. I don't know which way I'm gonna go here. Guess I'm gonna go receiver again. Yeah, my receiving core is definitely more about quantity than quality right now.
That's how my whole team feels.
I was wondering about Hawkinson. I looked at him. I was like, I'm not willing to do it, but I mean, I guess at that point, that's a pretty good value.
Yeah, I like the Hawkinson too because I have Kelsey, so I feel like okay, since I have Kelsey, it wouldn't have been a bad option. But I need running backs bad, so.
I just worry. I mean, with Hawkinson, right now, last thing it says there's no set time for him to return. I mean, we don't know how long it'll be till he's back and then back close to 100%. But we have to remember he's coming back to not Kirk Cousins, but Sam Darnold / JJ McCarthy. So I don't know. I think I'm down enough on him. I don't think I'm considering redrafting drafting him in redraft, and then even in best ball, I haven't done it yet.
All right. I have too many rookies on this team. I'll just go with Gibby here. He'll probably bust and disappoint again, but
Antonio Gibson. Hey, you never know. There's a path. Bones asking how much shakeup in ADP are we going to see from now until season starts?
I mean, we're going to definitely see some, but we're not going to see a ton. There's not going to be, obviously the biggest shakeup would be like an injury, like knock on wood, a starting running back tears their ACL. Well, some guy who's going in the double-digit rounds is just a handcuff is now suddenly probably going to be going in like round 6 or round 7 or something. You know what I mean? Those are going to be the biggest shakeups. We'll see some with other guys like, like I said, like with like Rashee Rice, if his suspension is only like if he's not suspended, or if his suspension is only a couple games. I'm on the clock. All right. Your favorite tight end is my backup. Oh, I didn't get him. Who did I get?
Oh, sorry. Took a third quarterback.
Well, this team just went from bad to worse.
I just noticed. I was like, wait a minute. You're on the clock.
That's the problem with drafting and streaming.
It's okay.
All right. $15 I'll never get back. No big deal.
Hey, you never know. We've seen crazier things happen. Yeah, I think the first few rounds are pretty much set. Like I said, assuming there's no massive injury to a top line player, the first 4 or 5 rounds pretty much will go, the order depends on your league and your format and all that, but pretty much we're not going to see any big shakeup. Okay, let's see. Definitely need some running backs.
And there goes Kate Otten, who I was going to take.
Guess I'll just go with the best value here.
I wish they had like a quicker way to draft people on here.
What do you mean?
Like I got to click this drop down arrow and then scroll a little bit and hit draft. Like it takes.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I wonder if they do that purposely so you don't accidentally,
Yeah, but okay. I mean,
but I know what you mean.
Yeah, just put a draft button next to the guy.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's happened to me too.
All right. Well, now they got 3 QBs on a team that did not need 3 QBs. At least he has a different buy, so at least there's that.
There you go. Securing against injury.
The irony is Deshaun Watson's probably going to be the one that gets hurt and plays harder in the game.
Yeah. It is possible. All right, there you go. I'll set a quarterback, I think. Got Carr to pair with Shaheed. That was my plan. But did you die? What is up?
What's up?
How early do you expect Sun God to go in your typical league that does have 3 receivers, a flex? But I think today we saw him number 5 overall?
What's his buy? 12. Okay. Yeah, but
Oh,
I
you're up.
think in like more like your home leagues, probably gonna see him around like 7 or 8 is my guess. Because I think you're gonna see Brees and Bijan go over Amon-Ra St. Brown in
Yeah.
most leagues. So I think you're probably gonna see him like, I'm guessing like CMC, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Bijan and Brees. And then you're gonna probably see Amon-Ra St. Brown. So whatever that was, 7, 8, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Some leagues you'll even see other running backs go earlier, maybe a Saquon Barkley, JT Gibbs. You never know, but people do tend to typically go more running back heavy, but it really depends. Yeah, I think 7, 8 is about right. Python. Just want to let you know he's also multitasking. Drafting and cooking. Still getting
Nice.
his dad.
There you go.
Better stop talking about Italian food and make me hungry. Which, by the way, Chris, to tell you, you're going to be very ashamed, but planning next weekend, we're doing like a little family get together. No judgment here, but we're picking up Olive Garden.
Oh, jeez. You might as well just go to the store and buy like Stouffer's microwavable. It'd probably be cheaper and just as good.
It would definitely be cheaper. Yeah. Hey, the Alfredo sauce isn't too bad, at least.
Okay, I will say, like, guilty pleasure. I used to do this on my lunch break sometimes. That I would just go to Olive Garden, and I would just sit at the bar, a little counter, or whatever, and just breadsticks with Alfredo sauce. That would be my lunch.
See, that's funny. You know who? No, she's not watching. My sister, but I know my mom. There's a good chance she's watching, so she knows. My sister worked at Olive Garden when she was, a teenager. And, every day, I think she worked there specifically just to do that. And every day, her lunch was breadsticks with Alfredo sauce, like just every day. She never got tired of it.
It's terrible quality, but it's like one of those things, like terrible quality, but man, does it taste good.
It does. All right. Let's take a shot on potential breakout.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, Tyrone Tracy. The rookies always get the buzz, right? But maybe the guy who was there last year is the one.
Right.
We'll see.
The rookie,
Wasn't great.
The rookie
Wasn't
last
great
year.
this year.
Last year's rookie.
Last year's post-side breakout, maybe. I liked Eric Gray last year, but we'll see. Maybe he's year older, year wiser.
Well, it's hard to get a lot of playing time when you're behind Saquon.
Right. All right, last round. Let's see.
Oh, last round, and then I can put this team out of its misery.
All right, I gotta balance out some of this Buffalo action with a Dolphin. That's right. OBJ.
Odell.
Be good for a couple of touchdowns at least.
I mean, on the season, probably.
Yeah, and on the season. right, we can almost do a breakdown here of these teams because it's basically all end game players. But we will just break down ours real quick. Give me your thoughts. Can't break down every team.
Yeah, breakdown of mine is going to be easy.
I hate it. Move on. No, I'm sure it's not that bad.
All right, let's just finish with another rookie wide receiver. Why not? Why not?
Baker's a good one.
4 rookie wide receivers, 3 quarterbacks when I have Patrick Mahomes. Brutal draft.
It's not necessarily the kiss of death, though.
We'll see. All right, there we go.
That's the marathon, but we wrapped it up in less than an hour, 45 minutes worth of drafting. Yeah, this draft, it's funny, Ronnie, it's a little shaky. I think it's tough when you have a lot of really knowledgeable drafters in the room. So that's the problem, is that we're all sniping each other back and forth. But let's see. Chris, besides the third quarterback, the kind of timeout pick there, how do you feel about your running backs, receivers, everything
else? Kyron Paul, not good. Jefferson, Debo, 4 rookies. Cortland Sutton, not good. Not good. Not a good team. Not a good team. I'd be. It's funny that I'm projected for. I feel like that's a lot of points to be. Like, I'm projected for so many points, which makes me feel even worse. So, yeah, not loving this team. Not loving it at all.
Nothing. No. All right.
Nah,
well,
nah.
Look, the Herbert McConkey connection comes through. Hey, you never know. Well, let's see. I'll say this. I didn't love that it took Josh Allen so early. No, he's not like I reached for him or anything. But if the Allen Kincaid connection does come through, I think I'll be pretty good because I don't have to worry about that. But I don't know. It was kind of weird because I didn't really come away with great quality at receiver. I'm gonna have to get by mixing and matching.
I like your receivers better than mine. I mean, Puka, Godwin. I mean, it does seem like a long time to go for your second receiver, though, for Godwin. Rice, I think Shaheed's got upside. Downs has upside. Even Franklin. I don't know about Odell, but that's fine. Like, but you're strong at running back. I mean, JT Etienne, Zamir White, Jerome Ford, Chuba, Eric Gray. You're strong at running back. So,
yeah, strong at running back. So here's what I need. I need Puka to be a wide receiver 1 for sure. I need Rice to not miss half the season. And I need Kincaid to perform basically at least like a high-end wide receiver 2, if not wide receiver 1 type, to compensate for where I took him. So it's possible, but look, sometimes you got to get unique and try something different. I've not tried that before, so we'll see. This is the marathon. This is not a tournament. We didn't look at week 16, 17 schedules and all that funky stuff. We're just looking for some teams with upside, and you really don't know how that's going to turn out. Eric Gray winds up being this year's Kyron Williams. This is potentially a league-winning team. For you, Javon Baker is, this year's #1 rookie receiver. You might have a league-winning team. You never know. All right, maybe Ladd McConkey.
Never know.
Ladd McConkey is this year's #1 rookie receiver. Then there you
go. You never know. I guess stranger things have happened. We'll see.
Definitely true. All right, so let's do it again. Let's do it again next Sunday. We'll do another Underdog draft. We'll see what else is going on. If the marathon is still open, if you haven't tried it out yet, you can check it out right now. All sorts of contests open. Probably be something new that we'll try out. But again, if you don't even know because you haven't even created an Underdog account, this is the best time to do it. So just make sure you use that promo code ENDGAME. You get your special free picks plus that deposit match up to $250, the bonus cash they'll give you. So check all that out right now. And we will be doing another redraft mock with you guys midweek, like always. So if you haven't set notifications on, time to do that now. Thanks everyone for joining in with us. Python, Ronnie, Trevor, everybody in there. Of course, Miguel. Anybody else who we missed, but let's do it again, and we'll see y'all on the next draft.